book presentation. You can put it right here, and you can talk from this side, all right? If you're a pro and you've already got all this memorized, turn the book to the side and do it like this. If you're not professional at this yet, you don't know it, memorized it, then sit beside it. But don't make no mistake about it. This side is your best friend. This side is your best friend during your entire presentation. This is what I'm talking about. People learn more with these than they do with these. I'm going to say that again. People learn more with their eyes than they do with their ears. If all you're doing is standing behind them, you're only engaging them with one thing, and that's your mouth. And that's it. Hey, first I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We are Michigan Safety, and our office is in Flint, Michigan. We're an authorized dealer of all these brands and products. Some of our products have been around since the 70s. That's almost 50 years. There's millions of satisfied customers while at the same time millions more in need. I don't want you doing it like that. What I want you to do is say, hey guys, first thing I'd like to do is tell you a little bit about our company. We are Michigan Safety, and we're an authorized dealer of all these brands and products you see right here. Take your hand and move it across the page. They're engaging. They're involved now. Okay? We're an authorized dealer of all these brands and products right here. And some of our products have been around since the 70s. Brandon, that's almost 50 years. Names. Brandon, there's millions of satisfied customers while at the same time there's a million more in need. Next page. Now, the first thing I'd like to do is say thank you, Brandon. Just for letting me come by, I brought you a gift. You don't mind me giving you a gift, do you?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Here, catch. All right, cool. I gave him a gift. I play the video. After the video's over, it's up to you if you want to do your survey up front or at the end. That's totally up to you. I like doing the survey. I don't know when y'all doing it. Y'all doing them in the beginning or at the end? I have no idea. When are y'all doing?
Survey Monkey.
Survey Monkey. At the end? Okay, so some people do it in the beginning, some people do it at the end. It's totally up to you guys, all right? But get your survey in every single house. I've seen people leave houses with 100 appointments, not 100 appointments, 100 leads before they even leave the house. That is a phenomenon, Survey Monkey is. If you're not doing that, get with your person that your upline or whoever that is and say, teach me Survey Monkey. We don't have time to teach that today. All right, so once you hand them a kit, there's your kit. All right, now, we're growing and we need help. And we've seen people we've seen all kinds of different people be very successful in this company. Part-timers earn up to a certain amount of money a month. Where's it at? Where's my little thing at? It's gone. Like somebody took it. Oh, there it is. All right. So we're growing and we need help. We're looking for full and part-time people. Brandon, we've seen part-timers earn up to $600 a month and full-timers earn even more. Brandon, you might not be interested in doing what I do, but you may know somebody who is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my keys. I'm going to put my keys on top of this right here. Can you do me a huge favor and remind me to cover this with you before I leave?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, it's a great opportunity. Come work with us, man. You'll love it. All right. Now, last and most important, Brandon, I'm going to show you how to love and protect your family from a fire. You ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Boom. Let's get going here, man. Now here, we're proud to support me members of all these organizations. Here's just a few right here. The Fallen Hero Scholarship Fund. All right. I point to the Fallen Hero Scholarship Fund and I just read the book. All right. Then I go like this. I say, now, what about the next one? The Phoenix Excited for Burn Survivors. Do you see that on there, Brandon?
Sure do.
All right, perfect. You see it, perfect. Now, this group offers support for burn survivors and their families. And the last one is the Shriners Hospitals for Children. You see that one?
Yep.
Now, they're sitting right here. They'll point to the book. They're engaged. But so many people, Tom, they go just like this. We're proud to support me members of all these, and they think this is a demonstration. This is not a demonstration. It's like you sitting at your table by yourself. You have a couple sitting in front of you. Let them get involved. Let them hear their names. All right? The Fallen Hero Scholarship Fund. Read the book, but listen. Everybody in this room has been to school. Everybody in this room had that one teacher in their life that made a difference in their life. I have mine. I know you got yours. We all have that person. Some of you sit up here and you listen to Carmen and you get mesmerized by him. We all do that because he brings all this energy and excitement. All right? But some people need more than that. All right? Everybody's not like Carmen. Carmen's 1 in a billion, okay? You have to do what I'm getting ready to tell you to do. Every chance you get to say that customer's names, you must do it. All right? Brandon, we're proud to support me members of all these organizations. Here's just a few. The Fallen Hero Scholarship Fund. Brandon, do you see that? I've already said his name twice. That's not by chance. That's because that sells this presentation. I know if I say his name, he's what? Paying attention. If I say right now, Lisa, who do you think's paying more attention in the room? Why? I just said her name. Or if I say Carmen, who do you think's paying more attention in this room? Carmen. So I'm teaching you that because it's just as powerful as repeating. I have to say Carmen's name through this presentation. I have to say April's name through this presentation. So for the rest of the day, as we're going through all this stuff, information, let's say Carmen and April. That way we get our habits down. But I'm telling you, man, when I was in Ohio, I went to Jason Wilbur's office. Brandon Glomsky. I keep using that guy because it's such a great example. He's number 2 salesman in the world. All right, you're going to hear more about him at the close. I was telling you about that same guy. This is what his presentation looked like. So I can get to one of the pages. Okay, this is a great page. It's a great example. So let's say that Carmen and April is my customer. So let me ask you guys a few questions. Could you have a fire?
Yep.
When could you have a fire?
Anytime.
Yeah, anytime. Now, when is the worst time to have a fire? Nighttime. Why is that?
Because we're sleeping.
Because you're sleeping. This guy's number 2 in the world. I said, Brandon, get in the car. Let's go. I can't wait to talk to you. I took him to a restaurant. We sat down, had a nice dinner. And I said, dude, I pulled this particular page out and I gave him an example. I want you to remember this for the rest of your life, Brandon. That's what I told him. I said, I want you, whenever time you ask a question, put their name in it and direct the question. Don't just ask open questions to both of them out loud. Always direct it to them. So, Carmen, April, let me ask you a few questions. Carmen, I'll start with you first. Could you have a fire, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Repeat. Absolutely. All right, this question's for you, April. When could you have a fire?
Anytime.
Anytime. That's very good, April. That's exactly right. Carmen, here's your question. When's the worst time to have a fire, daytime or nighttime?
Obviously nighttime.
Obviously nighttime. Very good. Why is that, Carmen?
Because you're asleep.
Because you're asleep. So you agree you can have a fire anytime and anywhere in your home, right, April?
Yes.
Right, Carmen?
Yep.
Very good. Next page. You know, people don't do that in our company, and their closing percentage is terrible. And they wonder why their closing percentage is terrible. It's because they go in there and they do these little presentations where they never say the customer's name, the customer's not engaged, they're not involved, they ask open questions out loud, neither one of them know who they're even talking to. And then when you leave the house, they're like, what? They said it was too much money. No, they just don't like you. That's the real answer. So if your closing is really low right now, remember, it's these things here that's going to change it for you. It's not when you're asking for the money. It's what happens before you ask for the money. All right, so I wanted you to see that. Really, really simple. Here's another little tip that you guys can do. Every year there's thousands of garage fires, Brandon, in the United States alone. Did you know you're not supposed to put one of these inside your garage?
Oh, why?
All right, now watch this. Most people do it like this. Did you know you're not supposed to put a smoke alarm in your garage? People learn more with these than they do with these. Anytime that you can give them something to look at, do it. Do it. It's huge. This is the kind of stuff that sells your product. Every year there's thousands of garage fires in the United States alone, Cody. Did you know, Cody, you're not supposed to put one of these inside your garage?
I did not.
Oh, my God. So how in the world would you find out about a fire in your garage?
I guess once it reached the house.
Once it reaches the house. You know what's sad, Cody, is most people sleep right above it. Look what I'm doing with my hand. Most people sleep right above it or right beside their garage. And you know what? They don't find out until it's too late, man. Next page. So that's what I want you guys doing. Animation. Talk to them. Names, 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 names. Repeat, 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 repeat. That's all you really need to remember with this book. That's all you really need to remember. It's repeating and names. Repeating and names. Now, voice inflections are cool too. You know. And now, what's a voice inflection? Every night I tell my daughter a little story. Sometimes I make them up on my own. I just get really silly with my daughter, Brooklyn. We have a really cool relationship. And I say, all right, Brooklyn, let me tell you about the Dallas Crazy Monkey. And she's like, what? I sit down, just be quiet, little girl, and just listen to that. And then I just make up some crazy story, and I said, in the end, I love you, baby. Now, during that entire talk that I do, I bring my voice up and down, up and down. You know why I do that? Because I want her to be engaged. That's what I want her to do. When I say her name, Brooklyn, you won't believe what happened to that crazy monkey. So what happened, Daddy? Keep them excited and energized and engaged. Some of you are not doing that. Some of you are just doing a demo. And you think, well, the demos, this book don't sell the product. It's you. You're the one that's selling the product. You're the one that says their names. We can't put their names in here. We can't do it. All right, so now, before I move on to the second part of the presentation, I'm going to tell you guys something that's coming at the World Meeting. If you're not coming to the World Meeting yet, I'm going to tell you why you need to be there. We're coming out with a brand new presentation for you. It's downloaded on an iPad. Once you get there, this is a little secret I'm going to unveil to you. Once you get to the iPad and you hit click on the presentation, it's going to say, welcome to your home safe presentation. And it's going to say husband's name, name number 2, wife's name, kid's name, kid's name, kid's name. You're going to type in their names, and it's going to be fed through your entire presentation.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's powerful. It is unbelievably powerful. Everything that I gave them to do, I said, if you do this, it'll make a huge difference, because this is the stuff that I coach all the time to people. It's like names. That's going to be in your presentation at the right spots. It's powerful. Unbelievable. All right? Oh, my God, it's powerful. Okay, now, next thing I want to coach you guys on is the number 2 thing. You see where number 1 is warm up? Everybody write down the number 2 point to your presentation is alarm kill. It's your alarm kill. Now, the alarm kill, I love it. It's my favorite part. It's one of my 2 favorite parts. My 2 favorite parts of the demo is your alarm kill and your home evaluation. We're going to really work hard on this today. So when I get to the alarm kill, I just read the page. 4th misconception is our alarms, hold them up when you can. Our alarms will always go off in time, Brandon. Now, Brandon, you've probably seen the reports on TV that show you the failure rates of smoke detectors. They say if you have the kind of smoke detector found in most stores, it might not go off, man. All right? In fact, Cody, the most common type of smoke detector has an alarming rate of failure. Cody, experts found as much as 30 minutes between activation of different types of smoke alarms. All right, how many times did I say their names on that page? It was 3 times. At no point is there any question on here. I just interject their names in it. Names. Okay, next page. Now let me ask you a question, Brandon. Has your alarm, hold it up, has your alarm ever gone off while cooking before, yes or no?
Yes.
It has. Tell me about it. What happened, man?
Cody burns shit all the time.
Cody burns shit all the time.
Listen to him.
Yeah, hell yeah. Y'all get into it right here. I'm just playing.
Oh, yeah.
So when I'm sitting down with them, I don't care what they say, I repeat it. I just repeat it. He said, because Cody burns shit all the time. That's exactly what I would say. Because Cody burns shit all the time. And just laugh. They love you. They're buying you. Don't be a robot. They need to love you, guys. I promise you. Carmen says it best. If you put OmniShield on the corner, it don't sell itself. You have to sell it. But they're not buying OmniShield. They're buying the person that's in front of that book, the person that's presenting it. It's always been that way. My wife and I went to Toyota to buy a Toyota RAV4. When we moved to Texas, I said, what do you want? You get whatever you want on the parking lot. She wanted a RAV4. I said, thank God, because I didn't want to buy the more expensive one, right? So she says, I want a RAV4. I said, okay. So we're walking around, and a guy comes up to us, and he says these words. He said, hey, what are you guys looking for today? I said, looking for a RAV4. He said, all right, well, come on, let's go take a look at them. All right, we go look at the RAV4s. We picked one out. We test drove it, went back to the table, and we get the price exactly where I want it. And he goes up. You know how they always go up to the manager's table. He goes up to the manager's table. And I've been married to my wife now for 16 years. I looked over at my wife. I said, what's wrong? You all right? She said, I don't like him. I swear to God, that's a word she used. I don't like him. I said, well, we're leaving then. So I grabbed her by the hand. I said, come on, let's go. She said, you serious? I said, hell yeah, there's plenty of these places. Let's go. So we just got up, walked up to the manager. I said, hey, I need my keys. He said, what's wrong? I thought you guys liked the car. I said, we like the car, it's fine, but we're leaving. I said, just give me the keys. And he said, what's wrong? I said, I don't think y'all want, you want me to lie to you? You want me to tell you the truth? He said, I want you to tell me the truth. I said, she just don't like you. My wife's standing right there, and she goes, oh, shit. I said, she just don't like you. It's the truth. You know why she didn't like him? You know what I found out later? He never asked her what she thought. He never said, who's going to be driving this car?
Just talking to you.
It was all about me. He never made it about her. And some of you are going in the home and making it all about the husband. It's very typical for a guy to make it all about the guy. It's very typical for a female in this room to make it all about the female. And some of you are not including both of them. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't include them both and ask them both questions, the other person thinks you don't give a shit about what they think. And then you're going to be asking for $4,000 and $5,000 later? Does that make sense? No. So I tell you, I try to do everything in stories. Don't be like that guy. We went to the next place. The first thing that guy said, hey, so who's looking for a car today? That's exactly what come out of his mouth. I said, she is. I was like, thank God he's being nice. This is awesome. Because I didn't want to go through another process. That's tedious, you know what I'm saying? He said, oh, so you're looking for us? So you're going to be the one driving it? Yeah, I am. And she just started smiling. I said, perfect. She likes him. And then, and she said, so, and they, this is the other thing he said. Now, let me ask you a question. Is there going to be anybody else riding in the car with you? He said, oh, yeah, we have 3 kids. And then he goes straight to safety. He starts talking about how safe the RAV4 is. He starts talking about all the safety features on there where you don't have to worry about looking around. And they got the radio right here, and they got the cruise control right here, and you can control your phone from right here. And I'm like, man, this guy's good. I tried to hire him so bad, dude. I couldn't get him in. I couldn't, but I wanted him. I wanted him. I really did. I wanted him bad. And we bought a car that day. We bought a car that day, and we made a friend. So did we buy the RAV4 or did we buy him? We bought him. It never changes, no matter if you're selling OmniShield, if you're selling cars, if you're selling another product. It doesn't matter what product you're buying or what product you're selling. It's all about the person presenting it. You got to make it about that family. So let me ask you a question, Brandon. Has your alarm ever went off by cooking? He said, yeah. He said, by Cody's cooking, right? Absolutely. And that's typical, too. That happens in the houses all the time. Y'all know that. They always do that. It's a joke to customers. Okay? So basically, we believe, Cody, that our smoke alarm, hold it up, that our smoke alarm is going to work on a house fire because it goes off when someone cooks something inside the house. Brandon, that couldn't be further from the truth. How many times did I already said their names? Twice. Already. I'm not even a fourth of the way down this page. Wouldn't you agree, Brandon, there's a big difference from smoke coming from a burning couch than smoke coming from burning bacon? Wouldn't you agree with that, Brandon?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you agree with that, Cody?
Yeah.
Watch this video. Play the video. Once the video is over, this is very important. You stand up from the table and you say, Brandon, Cody, can y'all stand up with me? And they'll stand up. And you say, can you guys do me a huge favor? You don't have to stand up. Can you guys do me a huge favor? We're in your kitchen right now. Where's the closest smoke alarm in your house? Is it in your living room, your hallway? Where's it at, Brandon?
Down the hallway.
Brandon, down the hallway. Come on, go with me and let's take a look at it. We'll walk down the hallway and we'll look at it. If I can get it, I'll take it back with me to the table. If I can't take it back to the table, no problem. I'll just say, do you know what kind of alarm that is, Brandon?
No idea. Cody?
Come with your house, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
All right, I know exactly what it is. Let's go back to the table. Now, if you're not doing that, there's no way you can sell this product. You can't sell it if you don't do that step. Let me explain why. I'll sit here and do this part of the presentation and kill their alarm all day long. But if you can't say this is your alarm that we're talking about, they think you're talking about somebody else's alarm. They don't think you're talking about theirs. Let me tell you what goes through people's heads all the time. Oh, if it's wired with a battery backup, I'm good. How many times you heard that, Lisa? I mean, it's just a part of our business. You have to make sure they know you're talking about what? Their alarm. So when you get to this part of the presentation, you stand your butt up out of that seat and you say, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you show me the closest one in your house? Is it in your living room or hallway? Where's it at?
Hallway.
Hallway. Let's go take a look at it. We go together. Husband, wife, get them both up. Don't leave one behind. Who's buying? Both of them. You don't know which one's buying. They both need to hear you say it. Once you get to it, you say, okay, Brandon, do you know what kind of alarm you have?
No.
Most people don't. I know exactly what you got. Let's go back to the table. What are you going to say right there? I know exactly what you got. Come on back to the table. Everybody write that down. I know exactly what you got. Let's go back to the table. It's so simple, but it's the little things that sells our product. It's the little things. A lot of people think it's just you got to do an alarm kill. No. The alarm kill ain't nothing unless you say the words, this is your alarm we're talking about. So now for the rest of the time, when I'm killing their alarm, I'm going to say these words. Your alarm, Brandon, your alarm, Cody, your alarm, Brandon, your alarm, Cody. So here's how it works. Go over to you guys since you guys are my customers. Okay. So, let's talk about your alarm real quick. What does that say right there?
User's manual.
All right, you see that?
Yes.
All right. If you're not doing this step, you're in big trouble. Trust me, because they think you made all this stuff up that you can recover. All right. See, that says user's manual, right? Mm-hmm. This is what they say, your alarm company, the one that made your alarm, this is what they say about your alarm. They wrote it. I'm about to cover some very disturbing things in here about your alarm. You ready? Let's get started. Now I've set the stage to kill their alarm. Some of you don't set the stage to kill their alarm. Now, if you have a shoddy closing percentage, it could be because of this, that you're not setting the stage to kill their alarm. You're not getting up and looking at their alarm. You're not not saying I know exactly what you got. Let's go back to the table. You're not showing, hey, this is user's manual. You know who wrote that? The company did. They say some very disturbing things about your alarm, Brandon. The one that you have protecting Bryson, Brooklyn, and Nathan. Let's get started. Let's talk about it. So here, I open it up. It's highlighted and numbered. It's pretty simple. So we're going to start with